Hi, I'm Hallie, and welcome to Project Str-Eng. Lots of questions surround the structures in our world, such as who made them, how they made them, and why they made them. And Project Str-Eng is our attempt to find these answers through understanding structural engineering. In this episode, we're trying to understand moments. But first, let's talk about history. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. The episode on moments. Okay, so don't look so confused, everyone. It took me a moment to get the hang of it too. Okay, I'll stop now. In a moment. Archimedes, you could say, was a big fan of levers. He was once quoted saying, "Commensurable magnitudes are equally balanced if their distances are inversely proportional to their weights." Though he didn't invent the lever, he spent great time studying the concept of the lever and gave mathematical proof of the idea in his work on the equilibrium of planes. I'll add that to my Goodreads.
Oh yeah.
He was also quoted saying, "Give me a lever and a place to stand and I will move the earth." And now I'll pass it off to Peyton with the interview.
What is a moment?
Well, a moment's just a force applied about a fixed point. A moment's pretty important in structural engineering. A moment's basically a force multiplied by a distance. At least in structural engineering it is. And the idea in structural engineering is to limit that force from causing any rotation about a fixed point. Moments are in the motion of things and in the lack of motion. So in structural engineering, moments are mostly unseen because we're trying to make sure that structures don't move.
And what's your most embarrassing moment?
Probably this one.
What's your most proud moment?
Obviously getting hired at our engineering. Yeah. Number one, absolutely.
Are you good at your job?
No.
What's momentum?
Momentum is velocity multiplied by a weight or a mass.
And what's your favorite planet?
Pluto.
When was the moment you realized you'd propose to your fiancée?
The moment I realized I proposed was on the day I proposed.
No, that you would propose to her.
Kind of personal, but the gist of it is, like, yeah, we better do this than lose it.
Lose the moment?
Exactly.
Lose the momentum?
No, we had the momentum.
Oh.
Just don't want to forget about the moment. Aww. Did you know that moments are any physical quantity and not just force?
How long is a moment?
Well, I guess depends who you're asking. If you're asking an engineer, it's not measured in seconds or minutes or hours. It's measured in force by distance.
What's your favorite moment?
Sunrise or sunset every day.
How about moment in engineering?
When I get to go home.
No. I mean like like a moment.
Oh, like as in force times distance?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Excellent! Well, probably the largest one was related to a swing bridge. It's like a bridge that turns on a wheel so that things can pass. But if you're talking about a moment in time in engineering, I would say anything but this one.
Is your favorite?
Yeah.
Well, we could have just used that table.
Are you serious?
Hey Neil, what's a moment on a bike?
I guess when you apply a force on this pedal multiplied by the distance, which would be this crankshaft here, would result in a force times distance being a moment.
Where's your favorite place to bike?
Here, and then home, as fast as I can.
So basically, moment is a mathematical expression involving the product of a force and perpendicular distance from the point of action of the force. The SI unit for moment is a Newton meter, Nm. It can all be boiled down to the levers and their fixed point at the center, and the force, or the force of physical objects, weighing down or applied to either side. For the lever to maintain at equilibrium, then the sum of both forces must be 0, as well as the sum of the moments about any point. For a two-dimensional situation with horizontal and vertical forces, the sum of the force requirement are two equations, SF of x equals 0 and SF of y equals 0. And the moment is a third equation, SM equals 0. But to determine equilibrium problems in two dimensions, three equations are used. So basically the sum of the force requirement are the two equations, that's the force requirement, and then the moment is a third equation, separate from those two. And then if you want to do problems with equilibriums in two dimensions, then you have to use all three of those together. But force requirement is only those two together, and then equilibrium problems with two dimensions are all three of those. Does your brain feel bigger after this? I know mine does. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button on your way out, and as always, enjoy the process.
That ought to do it. Oh, thank God.